Hi, I'm Dr. Lauren Hartley-Tassell. Here at the Institute for Biomedicine and Glycomics, I am our Glycobioanalytical Facility Manager. Here at the Institute, we focus on infectious diseases, cancer and neurodegenerative diseases. We did have a focus on glycobiology. So glycans or carbohydrate structures coat pretty much every single cell in your body. So we look at these sugars and how they can be used as potential drug targets or how they actually help progress disease. Label-free technologies are vitally important for conducting research. Traditional methods such as NMR and ITC are fantastic, however, they don't produce data in a fast throughput. The Sartorius SF3 enables us to screen large libraries, get the hits off there, and from there do further analysis as well, either going back to ITC and NMR to confirm. Label-free technologies enables us to investigate different aspects by using just protein or glycosylated protein, so in the native state, to actually see how our targets interact. When we first tried the Sartorius SF3 SPR instrument, we were really quite happy with the demonstration. The software was really easy to set up. The analysis software as well was very easy to use and, as again, very user-friendly. So the one-step injection uses a single concentration injection over your sample, and from that one single concentration injection, you can get full kinetic data. Why this is really helpful for us is if you're doing large library screens, whether they be fragment, compound or drug libraries, or in our case, we do carbohydrate libraries as well, you can go through the data, get your hits, and from that straight away get your kinetic data. So this is, again, particularly good when you've got a protein on the surface which has got a very short half-life. You don't have to worry about constant regeneration and degradation of the surface. You get results quite fast and, again, really easy to process. The hard casing of the cassette, shown here, has minimalised the damage that we have been getting on the gold surface during shipping. The longevity of chips also mean that we're able to stock them longer and keep them in our fridge and freezer and minimise any experimental delays. The pricing of the sensor chips is also very reasonable. There is minimal difference between the pricing irrespective of the sensor type. Sartorius are also very interested in releasing new surface chemistries. So we have actually worked with them and requested specialised surfaces, and it's been really great. We've been able to get these in stock and work with them quite easily. The SF3 instrument will be used as a key step in this process, as large drug libraries will be screened, and from a single injection we can determine the kinetics of these interactions. Competition experiments will also be performed on the SF3 by the next step injection. This can give researchers information as to whether or not the drugs are competitive or cooperative with binding with these glycan targets. The overall time to produce kinetic data off the SF3 is quite fast, especially in comparison to methods such as ITC. We can screen 384 samples overnight, whereas say such as ITC or NMR, you're looking at sort of a 3 to 4 hours per sample. It's very user-friendly, and the analysis methods include some of my favourites, which of course include the one-step and next step injections, but also the sample recovery. And you can recover any of the samples that had bound to the immobilised protein. From here, we're able to identify what these unknown binders were via mass spec. Our experience with application support has been fantastic. We've been able to easily email through any questions we have and always get quite prompt responses back. In terms of customer support and pricing, we find them really quite fantastic. They're very quick with turnaround with quotes and providing stock. And in terms of service, that's also exceptional. If we have any problems, we just shoot support an email and we always get a response within usually a few hours. So after demoing the SF3, we decided to purchase it just because it fit in really well with our research needs. It had the functionality and the software usability that integrated really well into our bioanalytical facility.